Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's video I'd like to look at another of my favourite trade setups, which is called the VSA, or the Volume Spike Analysis. Now this is a great setup because it gets you in the direction of the professionals. Let's have a look at a great example that unfolded on a 3-minute chart of the DAX. Here on, you can see it's July the 23rd, Monday. So let's have a look what happened in particular as the market went down to make new lows of the day. You can see if I scroll out, this is the whole of the day so far on the DAX. Now let's have a look at this. So I'll go over to the volume chart. I'll just make this a little bit bigger. Let's zoom in a bit. I want to zoom in when the market is making new lows in and around here. Now if we look at this particular bar, can you see where my cursor is? This is the 6:30 bar New York time. This is my what my PC's on, Eastern Standard Time. This bar here made new lows below the previous low. Let's just put a low tag on here. So the low of that bar there was at 76 even. And you can see this bar here came down and it broke through to make new lows. The volume indicator we've got at the bottom also gave us a red bar. Now you can see there's quite a few red bars here, but these are only applicable when the market is breaking prior psychological highs and lows. So you can see, for example, these bars here, these red bars are sort of in the middle of a trend here, so they're not particularly of interest to us. But the ones that we like are when the market makes an unusually high volume, as indicated by our red volume bar here. If I zoom in a bit, and the market is making new psychological highs and lows. In other words, this bar here, which is the 6:30 bar my cursor is on, it broke down below this low here. In other words, amateur traders would look at this and say, oh, a wide range bar on higher or increased volume means selling, therefore I'll look to get short. Obviously if I zoom out now, that means you'd been selling pretty much the low of the day, which obviously is not what you want. But what's this telling us? Well, it's telling us that the market is doing something a bit different. In other words, it's increased volume entering the market. So what do we do next? Well, we look for an area of support and resistance. MTPredictor users have the advantage of our DP, so we go back to the prior pivot low, which is here. We right mouse click and we place the DP on. And there it is. Remember, these are leading indicators. In other words, this level was on the chart in advance before the DAX even got down here. So of course you had the advantage on this particular bar here, the 6:30 bar. You knew that there was potential support coming in just below this. So let's see what happened the next bar. Well, the next bar here, the market reached our support level and started to reverse. In other words, it means that the volume, or the increased volume on the previous bar, which was this one, the 6:30 bar, was not actually selling as our amateurs would think. It's actually buying by professionals. In other words, it's a classic fake out. In other words, the market now is coming in here and the professionals are looking to move it up to new highs. Now that's all well and good, but of course we have the added advantage MTPredictor because we know where this reversal is likely to occur. In other words, at our DP support zone. So this gives us an area of where we can anticipate the actual reversal to happen to keep our initial risk small on any trade entry. I'm just going to take that low off. We now need a target. Now our target would be the last swing into the low. I wouldn't necessarily use this last little swing here because this is only very minor. I'd probably go back to this swing pivot here, take the DP off there, and say that would be an area of where the market is likely to go to. We then use our position sizing with our manual risk reward tool. Right mouse click, risk reward. We click above the bar of entry, which is that bar. We click below the bar of where our stop would be, which is that bar, and then we take it up to our profit target, which is there. And as you can see, this then calculates what our potential profit would be at that particular zone. As you can see, the market did actually rally up there quite nicely and has just literally reached that particular profit target. Remember, we use correct position sizing to keep our initial risk small and under control, and our profits are larger than losses. So in this case, this would have returned a profit of approximately 3.3R. Users have a choice now of whether they could take profit at this particular level, or because the STF is strong, this is our indicator with our strength band, as this has exceeded our strength band, you may want to then swap to the ATR stop to look to trail that further, but that's beyond the scope of this particular video. This video is just focusing on purely and simply the VSA entry, which is our high volume VSA indicator here. We use this when we're having a bar that basically breaches a prior important psychological high or low, and then we look for the next bar to then look to fail to carry on in the same direction. In other words, the market to show signs of reversal. That reversal should happen at our decision point level, and this basically indicates in this example that the high volume in the 630 bar was not selling, it was actually professionals stepping in and buying. So in other words, you want to be stepping on board of the coattails of the professionals and trade in the direction of the professionals to then catch the anticipated rally. We then have the profit target on our chart from the price swing pivot, the position sizing then ties it all together to give you a nice trade where the initial risk is small and the profit's large. So in other words, MTPredictor gives you the tools to be able to identify the professionals stepping into the market, and also the area of where the professionals are going to reverse the market, and also the area of where to take your profit. In other words, everything tied in there together quite nicely. And as you can see, this will actually catch the highs and lows very nicely, and so far we don't know what's going to happen with the DAX for the rest of the day, but so far this has nailed the very low of the day absolutely perfectly. So a great place to be able to taking a trade here with the MTPredictor VSA setup. This is an advanced setup. There aren't any MTPredictor automatic setups coming here, but as you can see, it is a very straightforward one to use with our MTPredictor software, particularly combined with our DP levels, and it's ones that we teach in our MTPredictor training webinars. So I just wanted to include this in the video today to show you a great trade setup that we use in MTPredictor that's taught in our advanced training seminars as well, and a great way to use MTPredictor to be able to identify what the professionals are doing and be able to take a trade in the direction of the professional money or the professional volume as the market makes a nice reversal like that.